African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? But through generations of blood, sweat, and tears, and you deserve a government that defends your interests, protects your families, and cares for our own citizens first.
Number one, in 2019, he was talking about how we were just getting credit for building the country. And in 2025, he's erasing the history that acknowledges it. Number two, today he's saying the very history that we were starting to get credit for is demonizing America and making us look at this country in a bad light. Number three, this illustrates how insidious this man is. In 2019, when he was courting our vote, he had Ice Cube, Platinum Plus plans. He traveled in the country talking about, you guys really built this country. So what are you doing now? Passing a whole bunch of legislation, gutting the very history that gives us credit for building this country. Number four, you should sign the petition today to demand an inclusive Black history education nationwide. Number five, if Trump said that statement in 2019, today, his own White House would consider it being racially divisive and not restoring truth and sanity into American history. Number six, in 2019, he was acknowledging the erasure of Black history being bad. Now he pushing that same erasure and saying it's good. That's conservative contradictions. Number seven, our demand on more inclusive Black history is to fund the truth. This initiative requires dedicated, permanent federal state funding for authentic resources. None of those wishy-washy things that Humpty Dumpty try to give us do. Number eight, we got to demand the contribution of our history because it's obviously he believes that erasing the history makes the country great again. We talking about controversy in the classroom now? Watch this.
We see our structure. Let's go. Let's go. Odds. Hey, y'all heating up on me. Here we go. Egg.
The drama is right here. Though we can illustrate amazing lesson plans like that, Black men still remain one of the most underrepresented demographics in teaching compared to the percentage of the general population. Let's quantify the numbers though. Black men account for less than 2% of public school teachers over the last few years. Education is elevation, and that's a problem because statistics tell us that having just one African-American teacher in elementary school reduces dropout rates amongst Black boys by nearly 40%. Facts over feelings is what the studies say. The low representation of Black male in undergrad education degrees programs has been linked to negative educational experiences that we endure as students. Collectively, as students, Black males have experienced disproportionate discipline in school settings, racial microaggressions, low expectations, and other negative stereotypes. For the people in the back, all that impacts the way us as Black men see ourselves in education as a teacher because our bodies has already been caught up in the matrix when it comes to us being students.
I want you to blend out a word. I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to blend it out. You ready? Yeah. All right. We're going to do the word pot. In 5, 6, 7, pot. Yeah. All right. Tag.
Researchers have found that undergraduate Black male students reported feeling as if they were not represented or visible within the curriculum. Even within teacher education programs, Black males are not feeling validated. This is why I believe demanding a more inclusive history education nationwide also involves being intentional about the educator. We have to invest in Black educators and make sure that recruitment, the training, the support, and the retention for Black educators is something that is centered. On my pawpaw grave, for all students of all backgrounds, seeing a Black teacher as a shaper of minds and a holder of knowledge is a powerful corrective to stereotypes they unconsciously absorb. For Black children, it is an affirmation of their own possibility. We have to make sure we invest in Black educators. And in doing so, we got to be intentional in asking the questions. Why do so few Black men become teachers? White history is a part of the core curriculum while Black history is an elective. This illustrates how much cultural education is valued when it comes to white folks versus Black folks. You can graduate with a 4.0 in this country valedictorian and not know nothing about Black history at all. However, you can't even be seen as a good student if you don't know what people of a European descent have accomplished in this country. There's no way you can graduate. Now, a lot of folks love to talk about how black history is American history, and it sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? It sounds very believable as well. But when it comes to the curriculum and learning objectives, that does not reflect the way in which black history is always already a part of American history. This is why we should demand an inclusive black history education nationwide. I know I ain't the only one that feel this way. We got to move beyond heroes and holidays. I think we have to demand the end of the silo black history that reduces centuries of experience to a few painless figures, a little part of the chapter. Our children deserve to explore the systems of power and economics built by enslavement, the ideals born in the Harlem Renaissance, and the everyday brilliance of black people every day throughout history, especially the Black Wall Streets, the HBCUs that built communities in the face of violent exclusion, as well as the individuals and the entities that still doing work today. Sign the petition today. Demand more inclusive education in this country. The people who threw rocks at Ruby Bridges for trying to go to school are now upset their grandchildren might learn about them throwing rocks at Ruby Bridges for trying to go to school. And for y'all that don't know, Ruby Bridges is the 6-year-old who defied a mob and desegregated her school that's still alive today and actually got an Instagram page. You know, a lot of people love to piss on our leg and then tell us it's raining. Hey, because that's too far in the past and you should stay out of there, right? Ruby Bridges, the first person to segregate schools in America, has an Instagram page. And many of the folks that stood outside of Ruby Bridges school trying to instill fear and paranoia into her body at 6 years old is now actively trying to make sure they do not learn about this in the school because, hey, it's not all America and we're so far past that. Now, the same people that was arguing that we got to keep history the same because how dare we take down slave master statues are the same individuals that's all of a sudden now trying to change history up. Because hey, we can't learn about African American history in a whole bunch of states now. How bad do you have to be implicated in the history if you don't want people to learn about it? Think about it. How bad is the history if you want to ban it to make sure people don't learn about how you benefited from it?